And again, I just want to go ahead and reiterate that our podcast is sponsored by Audible. Audible, you can go ahead and get a free 30-day trial from our sponsor, audibleaffiliate.com/the Tech Geek. Again, a wonderful service, and go ahead and download and listen to any books you like. You get a free 30-day trial with us, and you get one free download. So go ahead and try it. They have, like I said, um, you have book. They have an app for the iPhone, Android, and iPad, and it's really a wonderful service. And if you like to read, like I do, it's great because you can listen to it while you're at the gym, while you're on the go in your car, and it's really a wonderful service. So go ahead and again, it's audibletrial.com/the tech geek, so we get the credit for it. And this week we had a wonderful array of questions. The first question that we had is, where can I learn more about Windows vulnerability as I am administering a Microsoft network? There's actually some really good books out there on Windows hacking and Windows vulnerabilities. Um, the one I recommend is a new one that just came out just recently. I did read it. It was Hacking Exposed, like Windows Security Secrets and Standards, third edition. And what I'll do is, it's available on Amazon for the Kindle or for e-readers, as well as both paperback and all that type of stuff. So I don't know if anybody buys paperbacks anymore, but it is available with paperback. So it's available. Like I said, that's up there, and I'll put the link in the show notes for everybody, so you can go ahead and take a look at that, see if you're interested. But that's what I'd recommend for you if you're going to be administering a Microsoft network, because it'll let you know where a lot of the vulnerability issues and all that type of stuff are. My personal experience, our IIS is a big security issue, as well as a couple of other ones. Obviously, SQL, a big security problem there. Those are the ones you're really going to have to watch out for. And that obviously faces out to the internet is more of a target than something that's behind your firewall. But again, either way, you need to be careful with both. So that'll help you out with that. How can I get a faster streaming speed out of my Roku? Use wireless. Should I use wired? If you have the ability to do wired, it wouldn't hurt. You wouldn't have to deal with you get a much better processor speed out of it, because it wouldn't have to worry about decrypting the wireless when it's sending data back and forth. Obviously, you're dealing with a direct connection, so you don't have to worry about the device losing connection or anything like that. I guess if you're looking for faster streaming speed, the wired will give you more, will give you a better. It'll be better for what you have. If you want faster streaming, you're going to have to probably update your internet from your ISP. But again, if you want, those couple suggestions will give you probably the most out of for what you have right now. Sometimes maybe dealing with wireless, obviously you don't get as good quality as you should have out of the Roku, because it's got to, decrypt the traffic and all that type of stuff. And then obviously if you're far away from your router, you have to deal with dropping connection and buffering and all that type of stuff. So I would hardwire in if you can, to get the most out of your product. If not, like I said, you're gonna have to update your ISP, or you're gonna have to make some adjustments with your router setup. It really all depends on how you have it laid out. Those are the couple suggestions I have for you. How can I improve my online marketing presence on the internet? Just some of the basic stuff. Obviously, have a Google Analytics account hooked to your website. Obviously, use Google Webmaster Tools. Blog if you don't already do that from your sites. You get the backlinks and the word count. There's a lot of stuff you could do. There are companies that handle that. We handle that here. We do offer a service for that. If you're interested, you can go under our services section of our website, and it's there. There's a couple things you could really do that will help you out tremendously. Obviously, the Google Analytics, the Google Webmaster Tools, and some free pay-per-click stuff. So if you're interested in our services, or interested at all, you can hit up the forum, or you can go ahead and contact us. We can help you out with that. But there's a lot involved with that. It's more than what I could probably explain to you over the internet right now. So if you want to drop me an email, I can even give you more information. So what's the best note-taking app for the Android for a college student? I like Color Note. That's a really good free one. Allows you to color code all your notes. I use it on my phone all the time. There's so many free ones out there. Just go to the Android store and just pick one. But I like Color Note. That's the one I use. But there's so many different ones out there. You're gonna have to just look. Um, there's tons of them out there. So go ahead and just take a look. How can I extend my Wi-Fi connection on my Linksys? Well, I'm not sure how your home is laid out, but what you could do is if you can move your Wi-Fi out of your computer room into more of an open area. That's one option. The other thing you could do is Linksys does sell an extender that you can buy that'll boost the signal. That's an option as well. They're about maybe 60, $80, but that's another option for you as well. There's older homes especially and older apartment buildings I've noticed have the most problems because of the metal just absorbs wireless signals, and that's been a problem with wireless as well as any ham radio operator. They've always had to deal with that stuff too. So go ahead and just your booster might be the best option, or moving it out of your computer room might be a good option for you. One of the things that's funny is I've talked to quite a few people and they're saying they're in the city, and they say that their 4G is actually faster than their wireless, which is kind of funny. What smartphone carrier should I go with and why? Geez, there's so many nowadays. Obviously, the two big major ones are AT&T and Verizon. Sprint's a pretty big one, but the best coverage is going to be either AT&T or Verizon. Obviously, you have Sprint, T-Mobile, maybe a little cheaper, but I've noticed I had Sprint, T-Mobile myself, and I got off of them because I didn't get the coverage that I wanted. Trying to stick with the major carriers, trying not to stick with the small ones because the major carriers are going to have more coverage, more towers, stuff like that. And then the smartphone, obviously, iPhone or Android, or Windows Phone, you have a lot of options there. The other thing too, if you're looking for a specific type of phone, make sure the carrier you're going to go with has that specific type of phone before you go inside a contract with them. And also check on the data plan usage that you're going to get with them as well. How do I disable screen rotation on the Android? Well, that's an easy one. Obviously, I have my phone actually right here. You can actually just go ahead and just drop down the screen, and you'll see screen rotation. Just hit it and turn it off. That's an easy one. I don't like the screen rotation myself either. I turn it on when I need it. I really don't care for it myself, so I turn it off unless I really need it. And the other thing is too, if your screen rotation is off, you can still take the pictures in landscape. A lot of people don't know that. Just because the screen rotation's off doesn't mean the camera rotation's off. That's something a lot of people don't know. I need a phone system for my small business. What do you suggest? Well, it really depends on what you want to do with that. I'm not sure exactly how many phones you're going to need. There's a couple things you could do with that. You could actually go ahead and get like a Nortel system, which are generally the cheapest out there as far as small business phone systems. If you're gonna have people that are on the road a lot, and people that are only gonna be in once or twice a week, you can use a company like Ring Central. Where it's a cloud-based phone system. I'm really not sure exactly what you need to do, but those are your options. You can go with like Ring Central, and get a cloud-based phone system, which is great. By the way, they're not a sponsor, but they do have sponsors on other podcasts. We haven't really, not that we can't have them as a sponsor. We just haven't reached out to them yet. Ring Central is a good one, and the only reason why I know that is because I have actually personally used them. Where people use their personal cell phones and they make calls right through the Ring Central app, and it looks like it's coming right from the 1-800 number. When they call in, if they're in the office and people dial their extension, it goes right to their cell phone through the app. So you have that option as well. Like the other thing is a Nortel system. That's probably if you're not going to have people with cell phones, that's probably the way you're going to want to go. For the simple reason is you can have a pager system put in with it, and a lot of things that perhaps it really depends on what's going to be best for your business. If you're going to have a business where you're going to have a lot of salespeople going out, and you're not going to really have many people in the office at once, Ring Central might be probably the way to go. If it's going to be a business where nobody's going to really be leaving the office, everybody's going to be working in the office, your cheaper bet will probably be the Nortel system because you can buy it, have it in your business, and you don't have to pay for it every month, and you'll get your money's worth out of it. It really all depends on what you want to do, but that's what I would recommend. Depending on what type of business structure you have. How can I get certified for a career in IT? Well, I'm not sure what exactly you're planning to do. If you're looking to do computer repair work, obviously probably A plus is probably the most recognizable computer repair cert out there. If you're looking to do Linux as Linux plus, if you want to do Microsoft, obviously there's tons of Microsoft exams out there. Just pick one and go with it depending on what you want to do. If you're looking to do security, obviously Security Plus or SANS. There's a lot of options out there as far as certification for your IT career. I myself have a ton of them, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me or to submit me a question. I'll be more than happy to help you out with that. I want to make sure you get on the right track, so you don't waste your time and your money. Why won't my router allow me to visit a certain site? Well, it might not be your router, it might be your ISP. You might have a DNS issue. Go into the router and see whose DNS it's using. I would recommend using Google's DNS on the router. The other issue is if you want to see if you're having an issue with your ISP, go into your computer, go into your settings, and change your DNS to Google's DNS and see if that makes a difference. Those are two things you could do. And the last question, what software do you recommend for doing my taxes? It's that time of year again, isn't it? What I would recommend with the whole taxes piece, you can use TurboTax. They're pretty good. You can use. There's so many of them out there. Well, if you've been using QuickBooks all year long, you can use QuickBooks to do your taxes. The Microsoft has another product out there. I think Microsoft's got a product as well you can use. There's so many of them out there. Probably TurboTax can be the cheapest bet. You can get it for like $24. There's so many products, but TurboTax has a reputable name. And the other thing too with them, they also are insured, so if there is an issue with the taxes, you can go back to them. And also they let you ask questions online and stuff, or maybe some of your smaller vendors might not allow you to do that. So I'd recommend TurboTax. I want to thank everybody for listening this week. And I wanted to inform everybody